Hi guys, welcome back to yet another amazing video. So today I come bearing amazing news. We'll be having a vlogmas from the 16th of December to the 26th of December. With this we shall also be having a giveaway to two people who will root for subscribers until we reach to 150 subscribers. So kindly remember to share our videos on your WhatsApp, on your Instagram, to your family and to your friends, and we are gonna be very grateful. So today we've been making brown chapatis enriched with carrots and red onions. So over here we have our cowboy. This one I'm going to use it for cooking. Here we have our vegetable oil. We are going to use it to make the dough. Here we have our hot water for kneading. Here we have our cardamon. Then over here we have our red onions. Here we have our grated carrots. These are going to enrich the flavor of the chapatis. And finally here we have our brown flour, of which I love to use the Elliott brand. And last but not least, here we have our salt and our sugar. So what we're going to do now is that we're going to go into the mixing. So for chapatis, I don't quite measure the flour as compared to my baking recipes. This I just use my eyes for the measuring. So here I'm adding in our brown flour. So we're now going to add in our tablespoon of sugar and our teaspoon of salt into the flour. So stir and mix in the salt and the sugar. So now we are going to add in our cardamom. That will be 1 teaspoon. This will bring in all the flavors together. So what we'll do next is that we're going to add in our red onions. Then followed with our grated carrots. So remember, if you're not really a sweet tooth, it is not necessary to add in the sugar we had added in, since our carrot already has some sweetness to it. So if you're not really a sweet tooth, you can leave out the adding of our sugar. So next we are going to add in our vegetable oil, about 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. So the reason as why we are adding the vegetable oil is to provide the layering that we're looking for in the chapatis. So next we're putting in our hot water. Not so hot to the extent that it will burn you, but hot enough to ensure proper kneading of our dough. So I'm just digging a small well and adding in the water into the mixture. So before I start kneading with my hands, I will first mix it up with this mwiko to ensure proper incorporation. So we have now reached to the point where we are going to use our palm for the kneading so that we reach our desired consistency. So what we're going to do is that we're going to be adding in flour little by little until we attain the consistency we are looking for. That is when you press the dough, it bounces back slowly. So we'll add in flour little by little until we attain that. So just knead with your palm, as you can see. As you can see, the dough looks delicious already even before our cooking, and leave alone the healthy part of it because we have used our brown flour. Kindly remember, as much as we are adding in flour, our dough does not need to be hard, so ensure that it is still soft. So don't over add the flour. Wow, it's like you're in a real gym in this process. Very tiring, but the results are amazing. So continue kneading until we have the consistency we need. So as you can see now, as we poke our fingers into the dough, it is coming back up. So that means that we have the right consistency. So what we're going to do now is that we're going to put our dough inside our bowl and let it rest for about 45 to an hour, 45 minutes to 1 hour. So we're going to add in a little bit of oil into the bowl so that we ensure that the dough does not stick onto the bowl when we later come to remove it. After this, we're going to cover it with our foil paper, and then let it rest for 45 minutes to 1 hour. So 1 hour later, this is our dough. This is how it looks. It is relaxed right now. So what we're going to do now is that we're going to shape it, then afterwards roll them into small balls. So I'm going to first cut it into one big chunk so that I could save on time. So you're going now to roll this portion out. Remember, this is not the real chapati. Right now I'm just preparing it to be able to cut the dough into smaller pieces, which now I will shape to the actual chapatis. So what we're doing now is that we are rolling each section. As you can see, I've cut the big chapati into sections, so we're going to roll each section, or rather fold, and then we're going to just poke on the sides into a cute little ball, and then set it aside. We're going to do this to each and every piece that we have. So the reason as to why we are rolling the chapatis into balls is to also help in achieving the layers that we are looking for. So some of these sections didn't have enough oil. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to just spread a little bit of oil on top of them before folding them into balls to ensure the softness of the chapati. But for the rest, which we had already made into balls, those hands had oil already, so there was no need of adding more oil to them. So now we are going to repeat the same exact process with the remaining dough. So remember, after we are done, we're going to cover them with a foil paper and let them rest for about 20 minutes. This is our dough now after 20 minutes. As you can see, they have relaxed. So what we're going to do now is that we're going to roll them into our chapatis, into the round, perfect shaped chapatis that we want. Finally, remember that to cover up the place where you're going to put the chapatis after cooking, maybe with serviettes, so that they don't become soggy. So now we're going to roll out our chapati into perfect circles. Sadly, my chapatis aren't as circular as I thought they would be, but we're not eating the shape, we're eating the chapatis, so I think it's good. So here you're just going to place the chapati on top of the cooking pan. Then we're going to move into rolling another chapati as the one on the pan cooks slowly. After like a minute or so, we're going to go back to the pan and turn over our chapati so that the other side of the chapati can cook also. So for me, I'm going to rear them up. So I'm going to cook like 3 chapatis or 4 or 2 at the same time. So remember, we started by drying up the chapatis. We did not cook, we did not add in any oil. So now we're going to start adding our oil. So I use this style of cooking to save on time. So you can use the other method, which is cooking one chapati at a time with oil. For me, I can even layer about 10 chapatis on each other. This really saves on my time when cooking chapatis. This style of cooking also ensures the chapatis become very soft, so that's why I like using it. So as you can see, they look really nice. So a few minutes later, we are done cooking our chapatis, and as you can see, they really look amazing and delicious at the same time. They are very soft, as you can see, and layered. Wow. So remember, you can always find our recipe in the description box below, and remember also to try out the recipe and give us your feedback on our comment section below, and I will be grateful for that. So we've come to the end of our video. Kindly remember to subscribe, like, and turn on the notification bell, and if possible also share our videos on any platforms. So thank you for watching and have a blessed day. Goodbye.